Welcome back, guys, to another video in my installment. How to basically get started being a gardener on a budget, figuring it out as you go. Take a moment, like, subscribe. Love to have you here and welcome. Got a few videos out, more to come. Trying to put them out weekly. Thanks again, guys. We'll see you soon. Alright, stopped at my local gardening center and picked up some just common seeds here. Want to get started with a few and figured I'd burn up some of this rockwool I had. Got some of these seed germinating starting kits on Amazon. They're cheap. They usually come in bundles of 10 all the way up to 100. Just find ones that are cheap and have a humidity controller on the top. Basic distilled water, some good tweezers there, and a pair of scissors. That's good to cut up this rock wool, which is absolute garbage, by the way. Do not buy the garbage rock wool. Being a new gardener, I thought it was all the same, and just bought the stuff that doesn't have the lining on the outside of each piece. It's individually wrapped, and this stuff is literal absolute garbage. So you'll see me with those scissors taking it and cutting it apart and stuff. That's because it'll literally crumble in your hands. It's literal garbage. Anyhow, get them wet, get them real wet before you put a Sharpie in there or something to open up that seed hole. I just take the tweezers to put them in there. You'll see later in the video I get a little smarter in doing that hole enlargement in the water, and that'll definitely keep those pieces together. Take those pieces, put them down. As you can see there, as you put them down, it's going to compress it, and water's going to fall to the bottom of the tray. Don't worry if it gets a little full. Just don't spill it. You can easily dump that water back into your rockwool anointment and just keep using that water to wetten things down. At the very end, I add a little bit. Right there, just covering up those holes. You want the light to be blocked out, but have it just enough for that seed to come through. The rockwool is very porous. It's great as you go, so the seeds will pop right on out. In fact, this is 2 days ago, and I've already got a couple coming out, so it's kind of cool. Anyhow, I only did one seed per rockwool cube just because, again, this stuff is garbage, and I've got better rockwool now that I ordered. Just something I learned as I go, and hopefully you guys do too. And so I just did one seed per pod, except for the mint, which was like literal, looked like caviar. So there's going to be a bunch of mint in there. Not sure how many it was, but there was a bunch. Continuing just to cover up those seed holes as I go. You can do up to tray 12 here in this one. They make them in all different sizes, but this works best for me. Just getting those things all covered up and making things look clean there. Make sure you guys are following germination instructions based on the type of seeds that you got. Most of them like a good 70 plus temp, humidity 75 plus. So make sure you follow those instructions. And these little guys that I bought seem to be pretty good with humidity control. So far, so good. I'm keeping it in the 80% plus range. So load up your cube, squeeze out the water. Make sure you do it, I guess it'd be against the grain. That way you're not going to tear it apart. You can squeeze them one way to keep these crappy rockwools from breaking apart on you. So just make sure you squeeze them the one way, get the excess water out, and at the very end, just add a little bit of water to your tray. Anyhow, I get the last of them covered up. I'm doing 2 of these at a time, so I think I've got like 10 or 12 seeds going. I didn't want to get too crazy because I plan on moving these to DWC like my other stuff, and don't want to get too crowded. So thanks again, guys, for joining us here, and hope you'll come back and see my videos. I try to keep most of them like this one under 4 minutes and keep them easy. Thanks for joining. Like, subscribe, come back and see me. I'm active on social media and hope you will be too. Add me in. Thanks, guys.